to try to use Slido, but I want to embed it into our Canvas page. So I want you guys just to be flexible. I'm going to be trying some new things with our Canvas page, tweaking some things. So today I want you to try to answer this Slido that's on our Canvas page. So you're gonna click today's lesson. It's gonna take you to a new page, and then you're gonna answer the do now. What did you enjoy most about fall break? Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to work on this. So at 11:26 we will share. I'll have you guys share. So on the Canvas page, like I said, I'm gonna start using Canvas more. This is kind of like my first year actually having to use Canvas this much. So just please be patient and flexible, but I'm gonna try to make sure that everything is user friendly. All right, so if you scroll past the do now, you can see that we have a little agenda for today. You guys are gonna work on the student application for about 15 minutes. Then we're gonna do some main idea and details review. This time, instead of me using the PowerPoint presentation, I'm gonna show you guys a video on BrainPop. How many of you are familiar with BrainPop? Okay, so some students are visual learners like myself. I like watching videos. I like listening to things. That's how I learn. So instead of just going through the PowerPoint that we've been using the past couple weeks, I wanted to try to incorporate this video just in case you are a visual learner. And also the video it explains some things that I did not touch in our PowerPoint. So you guys will get you'll get a little bit more information. All right. Then we're going to do a review of the main idea in details Kahoot. One thing I do want to mention is if you were not here on the last day of school before fall break, that means you missed our main idea in details quiz. Now I reopened it for today only. So if you have not taken the quiz, and just remember, quiz is 70% of your grade. Okay. So I am giving you guys until today if you did not finish it, and I can go over, I can give you a list of who did not complete the quiz. And I think almost everybody in here did it. That's here. Philip, did you do the quiz?
I think so.
Excuse me. So like I said, I'm going to double check. So go ahead and get logged on to the 180 website. I'm going to go over that real quick. It's been a week, so some of you may have forgotten how to do that. If you are not able to access it through the portal, remember that you can access it through Google. So I'm going to do those steps really quickly for those of you who are not able to do that. So you're going to type in the Google search bar Sam Connect zip code. And you're going to click the first option, which is SAM, which is zip code locator. Now, it is a really good idea just to bookmark this page. If you are not able to access it through your portal, this is the way you'll get to the home page. So you bookmark by clicking this star here. It'll pop up on your toolbar at the top. All right. Remember that the zip code is 46260. You're going to hit OK. You're going to choose MSD Washington Township, and you're going to hit go. And it's going to take you to the HMH Central home, login page. Remember, you're using your student ID number for the password, for the username and password. Okay? Everybody good? I want you to put your thumb up when you are logged in and you are ready to start the student application. So sleepy. Go ahead, finish up what you're working on, the student application. And I want you guys to go back to the Canvas page, our Canvas page. Now, I did mention that we will be going over main idea today, so that on Thursday we can go ahead and get started back into in our art book. So if you are going to be an in-person student, you will be getting a hard copy of our real book. And if you are going to be, if you're going to be staying in our virtual academy, you will just be using the Google Slides that we've used before. All right, now it's been a week. And I want to see what you guys remember. What is the main idea? Let's start there. What is the main idea when I'm asking what is the main idea of a text? What am I looking for? Devin?
Like what the story is mostly about.
Very good. What the story is mostly about. What about details? What do you guys remember about details? William?
Details gives clues about the story.
Yes, it explains, it describes. The video that you guys are going to watch is going to give you another, they're examples of what the main idea is, okay? So, like I said, I just wanted to give you guys a different view or a different way to identify main idea. So I'm going to show this video. How many of you are familiar with Brain Pop? You guys are familiar with it, right? Okay. So it may seem elementary, but like I said, it's really breaking down. It gives several examples. One thing that it does mention is topic. And I haven't really gone over topic yet because I wanted to just jump right into main idea. So they will mention topic, which is basically what the subject of the text is. So just keep that in mind. And after that, we're going to do a Kahoot. Okay. So let me pull this up. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear it okay?
Ah, gross. I wish other people would ride their bikes instead of always using cars. Dear Tim and Moby,
Uh-oh. Okay, let me refresh it. I don't know why I just did that. I might have to read.
Dear Tim and Moby, I don't understand what my teacher means when he asks me to find the main idea. Can you help me? From Gladys. Sure, Gladys. The main idea is just the main point that's being stated in a paragraph, essay, article, or other passage. It's what's specifically being said about a particular topic. The topic of a paragraph or passage is the general subject. Okay, well, say you're reading an article about how cheetahs can run at very high speeds. The topic would be cheetahs, because that's the general subject of the article, cheetahs. And the main idea would be that cheetahs can run fast, because that's the point the article is trying to get across. Details support what the author is trying to say with examples. They're sort of like evidence as to why the main idea is true. The details would explain what makes a cheetah run so fast, how fast it can run, things like that. All right, let's read this paragraph and try to find the main idea. Not only is smoking cigarettes a disgusting and smelly habit, it's also extremely bad for your health. It has been proven to cause cancer, lung disease, and heart disease, and to weaken your immune system. Smoking makes it a lot harder to breathe, which means it's more difficult to play sports and get the exercise you need to stay healthy. It is also harmful for those hanging around a smoker because they breathe the smoky air. Even though most people are aware of how bad smoking is for them, more than 1,000 people die each day from its effects. So first, let's figure out the topic. What would you say the topic is, the general subject that this paragraph is discussing? That's right, the topic is smoking, specifically cigarette smoking. Now, let's try to find the main idea. To find the main idea, ask yourself, what point is the writer trying to make? It's always helpful to skim through the passage again and see what words are repeated and what idea the author is trying to stress or get across. What do you think the main idea is, Moby? Well, the writer is saying that smoking is gross, but more specifically, that smoking is bad for your health. You can tell this from the details in the paragraph. That smoking causes cancer and heart and lung disease, that it makes you sick, and that it makes it hard to breathe. Sometimes the main idea will be at the start of a paragraph or article. In the passage we just read, the writer pretty much stated the main idea in the first sentence. But the main idea can be stated anywhere in a piece of text. Sometimes it's in the second or third paragraph, for instance, or sometimes it'll come at the very end as a conclusion. It's not always that clear, though, and sometimes you have to do a little more work to figure it out. One important thing to remember is that sometimes you're going to have to reread the passage and go back to it a few times to get a good sense of what's being discussed. Let's look at the newspaper article that Moby was reading earlier. When we can, it's important to carpool, use public transportation like buses and trains, ride a bike, or walk instead of driving a car. These things release fewer dangerous toxins into the air. You may not realize it, but air pollution is becoming a bigger problem every day. It is terribly damaging to the environment and the air we breathe. For this reason, we should try to cut back on harmful emissions. One of the best ways to reduce pollution is to use methods of transportation that are less harmful to the environment. So what would you say are the topic and main idea in this passage? Right, the topic is air pollution. And the main idea is that driving cars less helps reduce air pollution. Yes, and riding your bike is a good way to do that. Anyway, if you're ever stuck on finding a main idea, it helps to ask yourself general questions about the passage. They can be things like, is it about a person, an idea or theory, an event? That way you can start by getting a broader idea of what's being discussed. Another helpful thing you do is pretend that someone has asked you what the paragraph or essay is about. If you can give an answer that sums up the passage in just one sentence, you've probably got the main idea. But we just got home. Where are we supposed to ride our bikes to? What do you mean we can't stop riding our bikes? I'm not so sure you got the main idea of that article.
All right, so that was, I saw Elijah. So that was the video, right? As you can see, it kind of describes some things that I may not have mentioned before, like topic. It also explains that details are evidence that shows or that tell why the main idea is true. So if you guys just think about details as they tell more, they explain, they give evidence, right? And then the topic is usually what the subject is about, or the topic is the subject. The main idea is what the whole text is mostly about, and the details are the evidence, okay? We're gonna get some practice with Kahoot. So I'm gonna pull this up, and then you guys are gonna answer this 7-question Kahoot, and then we will do our wrap up. Remember, if you did not take that quiz, the main idea and details quiz, you have until today to finish that. It is 70% of your grade, and I'll let you guys know who is missing that. Okay, so let me get the Kahoot pulled up with the game pen and we can get started.